Welcome to episode 11 of the NNNGNSBMNPT Cabin Build Challenge. In today's episode, there's a bit of a change of plans, a bit of an announcement, but before I tell you guys about that, I want to tell you about the trials and tribulations I was facing this last week. First up on the list of things that I had to do was remove this stump. I think the best way I could describe the experience is probably, intense and extreme suffering and frustration over many hours, especially when the sun is beaming down on you the whole time. The word toil definitely comes to mind. It did feel good to eventually get it finished though, and I'm thinking of hanging this up over my fireplace on the mantle. We'll have to see though. Moving on, the next challenge was basically coming face to face with the fact that I'm half building in a swamp. You can see here that I have a pretty high water table. It ended up being okay though. I realized I could just shovel out the water and then really quickly jump in and lay all the sharp big stones at the bottom of the foundation as quick as I could, and then stomp them all down obviously, and then after that add all the little stones, and it worked out okay. But you were kind of racing against the flow of water. It didn't stop me though, which kind of brings us to the first of the announcements, which is the foundation's all done. Finally, no more gravel factory, no more digging holes and cutting roots and digging stumps. It's all done. The foundation is laid, which is very exciting for me. But moving on to the next sort of announcement, which is the change of plans. For the perceptive among you, you might realize that this doesn't really look like a 12 by 8 rectangle here, and you would be right to think that because I have decided to shrink the plans for this build down from a 12 by 8 to an 8 by 6. So we've kind of transitioned from a tiny home to a tiny home. But this makes the whole build much more feasible, possible, about 1,000 times more probable that I actually get this done and survive the winter. That's the end of today's video though. You guys can look out for the next episode where we char the bottom of our foundation post to hopefully prevent rot. As always, thank you guys so much. Special thanks to the Patreons, and I will see you guys next time.